Hey guys, my name is Chris Jenkins. I am a second dan Taekwondo. I'm the head instructor at CFB Esquimalt Taekwondo, newly formed. And today I'm going to teach you guys a couple of drills that's going to help out with your footwork speed and your overall footwork in the ring. It's a really inexpensive way to go about your training, particularly the drill we want to do with footwork. All you need is a roll of tape and increase your foot speed. You can get an agility ladder for around, I think they cost me about $60 for one, and the other one's a little less. So it's really inexpensive, and if you don't have the money for that, you can use tape to make your own agility ladder. Okay guys, what you're looking at here is the electric tape on the ground. The spacing will be specific to your own fighting stance. So what you do for this is you basically stand in your own comfortable fighting stance with your legs whatever you're used to apart, and you mark off your front and back foot. When that's done, you hop forward 1/2 distance and you mark your front foot. You continue to do this until you have 7 pieces of tape and that are approximately the same distance apart. It doesn't have to be precise. What we're going to do from here is move into different forms of moving back and forth and not remaining stationary, because we all know what happens to stationary targets in Taekwondo. Okay guys, the first drill we're going to do is a very basic footwork drill. You're in your fighting stance, left or right leg in front, doesn't matter. And what we're going to work on is stepping out with our front leg. Our back leg is going to remain stationary. So what that means to you is that your distance to your opponent doesn't change. However, the step is going to simulate you being closer to your opponent in the hopes and attempt of drawing out a short kick. From there we can discuss later with different footworks what happens. So what I'll do now is I'll demonstrate on the tape. Okay, so I'm in a fighting stance and I'm in the center of my tape. I've got 2 pieces in front of me, 2 pieces behind me. Now each step is 1/2 of my fighting distance, which is essentially the distance between your front and rear leg. So half of that is what I'm going to do. So what I'm doing here is I'm stepping out with my front leg in an attempt to draw out an attack or at least a reaction from my opponent. Then when I see that reaction, I can gauge what my strategy will be from there. So simply put, all you're doing is you're bouncing in a fighting stance and you're stepping out with your front foot to the piece of tape in front of you, like so. This is a step that's utilized by Olympians all over the world. Okay guys, again, in the same position in your fighting stance, 2 pieces is taped in front, 2 pieces is taped behind you. Another step you can do is act opposite of what we've just done. We can make ourselves appear further away from our opponent than we really are. Your front foot will stay stationary, thus your distance will stay constant. However, our rear leg is going to move back 1/2 distance to give the illusion that we're further away. We could use this to draw out a long kick. So to do so, simply step back with your rear leg to the piece of tape that's directly behind you. Front foot stays stationary. Okay guys, again, from the same position, we've got 2 pieces of tape in front of us and 2 pieces of tape behind us. We just went through stepping forward and we just went through stepping back. Now what you can do to get your opponent really off key and off kilter is to combine them. So if I'm sparring and I'm standing on my distance like so, I'm just staying there, I'm inviting someone to do something to me. So I want to initiate a response or I want to surprise my opponent. So what I can do is I can confuse them. I do that with what? Footwork. So stepping forward and backward. My distance doesn't change. I'm in the same spot. But he doesn't know if I'm coming forward or backward. Eventually he's going to probably try to kick at you, or you can sneak a surprise attack in there. But stepping forward and backward is a good way to initiate a response from an opponent who might be a little passive. So guys, that was a bit of an introduction on basic footwork. We're going to get into some more videos down the line with a little more aggressive tendencies in these drills that we're doing, the patterns we're doing. For now, we just step forward, we step back, and then we did a combination of the 2. So the next one we're going to get into is going to be a little more aggressive. We're going to look at squeezing and applying pressure to an opponent, and we're going to look at making your opponent kick long and making your opponent kick short. But for now, if you practice these, you'll be way ahead of the game if you're a color belt just getting into it. I recommend doing this all the time. So practice makes perfect, and let's look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.